Brian, you practically floated in here after Sunday's FAI Cup success. Fantastic day. How was it for the Super Saints?
Oh, well, look, it was a great day for Irish football, and for maybe critics of League of Ireland football would have had to swallow a bit on Sunday because it was such a great occasion. It was like something from a match in South America in the build-up to the game with the crowds and the flares and the partisanship, I'd say, in the stadium. Both sets of supporters were very lively and loud before the match. The game itself, the first half, there was... I thought Bohemians were the better team. They were on top, and I thought Pats were a little fortunate to go in level at half-time. But they came out really out of the blocks early in the second half, got that second goal, and I thought that kind of inspired them, and it gave them confidence. And even though, again, Bohemians a good bit of play, and probably had the clearer opportunities in the match than St. Pat's had, overall, I felt Pats just about deserved it. The third goal, obviously, with young Lanigan. And the substitutions for St. Pat's by John Daly, I thought, made a big difference to the game. The energy the young players bringing in, Adam Murphy, Alex Noel and Tommy Lanigan, thought they had a big impact on the match when they come in. But I felt overall, Pats deserved to win the Cup, given the run they'd had this year and having to go to Longford, had to go to Cork, had to go away to Finn Harps, and had to go away to the Holders and Derry, and won there. Have won the 4 away games on the road, tough matches in themselves, and then do the job on Sunday. And while Bohemians were missing, Keith Buckley, who was a key player for them, Pats were also missing players. They're missing Tom Gravosti for almost the whole season, very experienced player. And Alex Schoberg, one or two other players that could have made a bit of difference to them. But it was a brilliant match, great occasion, and there was a lot of respect, I felt, between both teams, both sets of supporters. And I have to say, Bohemian supporters and everyone attached to the club were very gracious after the match to the St. Pat's people.
Absolutely. Richard, as Brian says, a fantastic occasion for Irish football, a sellout crowd, 2 big clubs, just a brilliant occasion. It really shows the potential of the league if we get the right people in the right places and the right funding as well.
Yeah, it's come off the back of a successful season in terms of the attendances at league games this year, and to see so many people at cup final is just a brilliant sort of achievement, I suppose, for the league as a whole. But it needs to keep pushing on. It can't just accept, we've got this one big game at the end of the season. It needs to be a constant thing throughout the year, and to do that they need the investment in the infrastructure.
Richard. I mean, 45,000 people. There should have been 52,000. I don't know why the areas of the stadium were blocked off, but how are those people going to fit into the league games to start the next season? Both Pats and Bohemians, they take about 5,000, 4,500 to 5,000 each week, and their stadiums are full for nearly every game. We've got to have better stadiums and more comfortable stadiums, and there needs to be investment in that. The clubs don't have it. They need the help of the councils and the government to put the money in. The clubs have shown the potential and the interest and the industry that can come around that. It would have been lots of spin-offs for all the pubs and restaurants and businesses around the ground at the weekend in relation to that.
Fantastic celebrations then on Sunday night, Brian. I hear you enjoyed yourself as well.
I did. I went back to Inchicore and the bus was coming up the street. I ended up out on the street, and somehow or other I ended up with a flare in my hand. But as I said to the judge when I was up in court about it, I was only holding it for another fella, Your Honour. So, look, there was a bit of madness going on. It was just... I think a lot of it is relief, because of all the finals we lost. I was at all 7 of them. I was manager myself for one of them and beaten in the replay by Shelbourne. And I think after all those finals that we lost, I think each one that St. Pat's have won since then has been a great sense of relief. And even going to the game on Sunday, I felt the 2 teams were very evenly matched. It could go either way. And that's how it proved to be in the game. And there's just a sense of relief after the game that St. Patrick's Athletic got over the line. I think having won 2 years ago, had we lost on Sunday, I'd have survived, because they'd won 2 years ago and they'd won 7 years ago. But it was great to get another win.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to everybody associated with Pat.